Hi guys, so in today's video I'll be showing us how we can create models for a blog application and how we can register them in the backend. So for today's video, our blog application, I'm just going to create 4 basic models and I'm going to list them out here. So we are going to have the author model, we are going to have the tag model, we are going to have the post model, and we are also going to have the comment model. So these models are going to form the basic models that we need for our blog application. So we're going to have the author model, we're going to have the tag model, we're going to have the post model, and we're going to have the comment model. So let's just get right into it. So for the first model, I'm going to be creating a class author, and it is going to be inheriting from models.model. And in this model, we are going to have some fields because every author has to be linked to a user. So I'm going to have a user field here, and that will be models.foreign key. So I'm linking it to the user model that is automatically created by Django for us. So I'm going to have the on delete, and that will be models.cascade. Okay, so I'm just going to import this. Then after that, I'm just going to add a simple field for the bio for the author. The author should have a bio that would state what the author is actually all about, and I'm going to make this a text field, so it does not have a limit. The bio can be as long as it can be. Now here I'm going to be adding this right here, this function. Now this function is a function that exists in it already exists, so I'm just going to be overriding it, and this is this function. This function shows what we need to display. So we are just saying that we want it to display the username of so anytime I'm dealing with this object, anytime I'm dealing with this author object, I want it to just display the username of that particular author, instead of it just displaying probably author object 1, author object 2. So for a more defined uh message, it could actually give me the author's username. For instance, when I update the author field, when I update that objects field, it will give me a more defined output. Now that is for the author. Now let's move to the tag. So for every post has to have a tag. So I'm going to have this right here, same procedure, and here the tag is going to have a name, and I'm just going to have that to be models.char field, and I'm going to give it a maximum length of 200. So the same thing, I'm going to create the string function, and I'm going to have it to return self.name. Then moving on, I'm going to create for post. So models.model. Then every post has to have some sort of title. Is going to have a title, and I'm going to have that to be models.char field as well. And I'm going to have it to have maximum length of 200 also. Then it should also have a content, because for every post there's also going to be a content, and I'm going to make that a text field so that I can collect as much text without limiting the characters. Then every post is also linked to an author. So every post is also linked to an author, so I can use the foreign key to also link them together, so to create a relationship with them. And this is going to link to author, so that is the class that we are linking it to as well. Then on delete as well, I'm going to leave it as model.cascade as well. So, and then for every post can have more than one tag, so you can have multiple tags, as many as possible. So I'm going to use the many to many field right here, because the tags can be more than one. So I'm going to use that here. So I'm already showing that, okay, many to many field, which means it can have multiple tags, more than one. And I can also have the date at which the post was published. So I'm just going to say published date equals models dot date time field. So because I want to get the date and time, so I'm going to have a date time field, and I'm going to have auto add now, so it's going to automatically add that for me, and I'm going to set it to true. So the same thing, I'm going to set this the string function here, I'm going to set that to return self.title, so it's going to show me the title of that post. Now lastly, we are now going to create a model for our comments. Now we know that for each post we can have different people leave comments and so on and so forth, so we need to link our comment to our post. So that is what we need to do right here. So here I'm going to show that our post, so I'm creating a field for our post, and that will be a foreign key as well, foreign key, then we are linking it to post, then also on delete models dot cascade, then I'm going to add a related name. So because post is already a class here, so having it right here again, it could actually be clashing. So adding a related name would let this know that, okay, this post is a field inside of this comment. So I'm going to add a related name to show that this field here belongs to comments. So that is what I'm going to do to avoid any error. And I'm going to get the name of whoever is posting the comment, so char field, and I'm going to add a maximum length of 200 as well, maximum length of 200. I'm going to get the person's email, so in case I want to send a reply or an email, so I'm going to make use of an email field, and I'm not going to add any property. Then I'm going to have the body of the comment, or we can have the content as well, so that will be models dot text field. So I'm going to make use of text field as well. Then I'm going to have the day the comment was created, so created at, so that will be models dot datetime field again. So because I want to get the date and time that was created, and I'm going to make it auto add now, so that will be true. And for the comment, I'm going to return this so I'm going to return a string, and it's going to be a formatted string. I'm going to say comment by self.name, so the name of the person sending the comment on the post, so comment of self.name on whichever post that is coming from. Okay, so with that we already have our comments right here being actually created, and we have all our models created as well. So moving on, the next thing for us to do is to now create the admin. So we need to register them in admin, so I'm just going to be creating them. So I'm going to have author admin, author admin, then that will be admin dot model admin, and I'm going to be having the list display. And for the list display, I'm just going to display the user and the bio. So that is that for the author admin. So I'm going to be creating the tag admin as well, tag admin, and is also going to inherit from admin.model_admin. And the list display, I'm just going to have it to have name, which is the name of the tag, and I'm going to follow that with a trailing comma to avoid error. Then after that, I'm going to have the post admin, going to be following the same process, admin.model_admin, and here I'm going to have a list display as well, and I'm going to have the title, I'm going to have the author, I'm going to have, let's just display the published data as well. The content might be too long, so I don't want that to actually just display that, so I'm going to have just those three fields being displayed. So I'm going to include a list filter that allows us to filter by tag, or allows us to filter by the date that it was published. So the list filter is going to have published date as a filter, and is also going to have tag as a filter. Let me show, is it tag or tags that I used? Okay, I used tags, so tags. Then the last one is I'm going to add a search field, so which means that we can search by title, or we can search by let's just use author. So we can search by title, or we can search by author. Then okay, let's use author. The username of let's see, okay, no, let's search by content instead, content, so just to make it a little bit easier. Then the last one is the comment, so we're just going to have that comment admin, okay, comment admin, and that would get from admin.model_admin. And here, let me just copy this, so I will not have to keep rewriting. I'll just change the content. So for the list display, I'm going to have this to be post, I'm going to have name, then I'm going to have email, then I'm also going to have created art. Okay, so we have that. And for the list filter, I'm going to have created art, so let's just search by the time it was created, then I'm going to leave a trailing comma. Then for the search fields, let's search, we can be able to search by name, by email, and also by the body of the comment. So having created all of this admin, the last thing that we need to do is to register each one of them. So I'm going to say admin.site.register, admin.site.register, then I'm going to have author, then author admin. So I'm just going to do the same thing for the remaining ones, so I'm just going to copy and paste. So I'm going to have tag admin, I'm going to have post, then post admin, then I'm going to have comment, and also comment admin. Okay, so I'm just going to import all of this from my app.model. I'm going to import all of that, So I'll make sure that my comment is coming from the models where I created them. So having done all that, the next thing for us now to do is to now make migrations and migrate. So I'm going to be running python manage.py make migrations. Then after that, I'm going to be running migrate. So we have it now, is currently making those migrations. Okay, so we can see now that it has created this, the tag, the author, the post, the comments. Then the previous model that we created in our last video, which is the student, it has deleted that. Then after that, the next thing that we now need to do is run python manage.py migrate. So, and with that is going to apply all those changes for us. Now, having done that, the last thing that we now need to do is to run our server. So we are going to run our server, and once our server is up and running, we can now go to our admin page and then view that. So right here, as you can see, our admin page, this is our admin page now, and we can see the author, we can see the comments, we can see the post, we can see the tags. So if I click on this author here and I try to create a new author, then we'll see all those fields that I stated there. So user, and we also have our bio. The same thing applies to the comments, as we can see here, for post, name, email, and body. So this is basically how we can create models and link them together to actually have a standard database application. So hope you guys have been able to pick one or two from today's video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.